Hello again, everyone. Really quickly, I wanted to ask again, you guys had mentioned, I was asking which of these holes does the 40 and which is the 90 jet go back into? And you said like the emulsion tube was the 40 or I forget which one, but I thought this is the emulsion tube coming out from this post down the center where the needle drops down into. Those aren't so. They don't have anything to do with the emulsion tube, and that's soaking in a bag here in WD-40. So I can't really show you that, but like, so they're not above the emulsion tube from what I'm thinking or know of. There's one hole there that goes through, but it doesn't go all the way through. And then that's where this third one there, that's just a hole at the bottom. This third one there is where that bean-shaped looking washer and all that stuff gets screwed down into that one. Then these top two are either for the 40 or the 90 jet. They're the same size. I don't know which order. And then if you see, this is what the intake side, that's the engine side. So if you could please let me know. Further away from me, is that the 90 or the 40? One in the middle, is that the 90 or the 40? Hopefully that explains it. And that was a long explanation, so thanks for bearing with me. Here is the diaphragms that finally showed up. And nothing paperwork-wise in here says 1976 like the post. So I just wanted to verify and then show everyone here. It makes sense how Dave, I think it was York's, Dave said he worked on these for 50 years. I trust the guy. I believe him. I just want to know how did they work. I was just curious. So that little hole right there is blowing out good air. Like that is a nice little connection there without, almost like a piston, like without using any rubber, any diaphragm or anything. So I believe that's right. And he said there's no spring. They didn't have any springs, and I looked up. Not supposed to have spring. Definitely not supposed to have that diaphragm, would be in the way of the screw hole. Either way, you put that in there. So, yeah, these definitely aren't. I just wanted the seller to know, or the seller doesn't care. He's just trying to sell products. So, I'll just put in there in the listing that, return reason is, this is not for a 1976. Please don't list it as, in that way, I've at least tried. So, and then hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake if somebody's watching this. And, so yeah, just wanted to re-verify that. No spring, no diaphragm. I'm almost 1,000% sure now. And thanks again, Dave, for all the help. And sorry but you're like, oh, it doesn't need it. You're just like screaming at your phone. I am one that I wanted to know why the other ones needed it, why this one doesn't. Just to be 100% sure before I send it off, because I'm still waiting on my carb rebuild kit. It got sent to Oregon, guys. Oregon. So I got something off like Mad Hornets. Let me know if you guys have ever ordered from Mad Hornets. Got the carb rebuild kit ×2, so it's got them all in there. I've just been soaking everything. Everything's been ready to go. I just don't have the right gaskets and some O-rings to get this thing back together, and it's so frustrating waiting on those. So frustrating. It got sent to Oregon. Like Central something, or not even an address. So this seller has bad ratings for a reason. I took a weird chance. I just like ordering off Amazon because all my stuff's saved, but I've learned better now. So I might potentially get the intake or like the manifold boots. They're pretty cracked up. You know, it doesn't seem like there's any leaks at all, but they're pretty cracked. I sprayed WD-40 on them and soaked them, and they're like night and day difference, like feel-wise, but still you can see a few cracks. So might just go ahead and get brand new with those, because I saw that maybe they're under 20 bucks even. So I'm going to get those ordered off of a different site besides Amazon. See how Mad Hornets does. I saw like maybe Z1. Let me know if there's any other sites out there you guys have had success with getting parts like that with. And the carb kits are already ordered, so I can't really do much there besides hope that finally something actually comes to the house so I can put this back together and it's not sitting in my nasty bathroom sink and stuff. So all right, guys, let me know about the 90 and the 40 placement, either furthest away from me or the middle one. Please let me know in the comments, and just wanted to show you guys here and maybe bug Dave one more time about these here up in the carburetor. And just want to know why. It seems like he said the weight of the slide is going to drop it, but it seems like it probably should, it'd be nicer to have a spring. Why the other ones have a spring, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, thanks again. Peace out. All right, let's get this thing fired up. Almost had it idling. Man, this thing sounds awesome. Super happy that this thing is up and running. Still have issues with the fuel delivery. Once you get them both running at once, you're fine. So I'll have to put clamps back on and see when it's sitting down if I still get fuel to this one. These big things are in the way. Big filters are just a pain in the butt. But man, yes, this thing sounds awesome. I get my sleeves back on there and get this thing out on the road here soon, finally. super high, but it's not gonna work right until I get all those O-rings and everything in the carburetors, and then the sleeves and everything back on, obviously. But a lot better. So something cleared up and running a lot better. And actually it's firing off of all cylinders now. So awesome. I got a larger battery in here. I took the factory battery box out. I kept like the bottom bracket, but I've got like some foam under there, and it's a 200 instead of 120 cold crank amps. So I mean that extra 80 helps. I kept killing that smaller battery. It's about it's like a little tinier battery. Actually it's probably smaller than that, about like the size of my hand. It just died after like 3 or 4 failed attempts, and then well, obviously the bike wasn't running and going over a certain RPM yet, so it still wasn't charging the battery quite yet, so it was just dying and dying and dying. So went with the larger battery, cleaned the carburetors out again for like the 5th time, so I really know how to rebuild those. I actually switched up where the 90 and the 40 jet are, so I'm gonna definitely keep track of that. It seems to be running a lot better now where it's at, so I'll mark where those are at, and hopefully I finally get a rebuild kit. I am still waiting. I ordered one off of Amazon like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm in Ohio. It got sent to Oregon. Then like 7 days ago, I ordered off of like Mad Hornets or something like that, and I think they're on the East Coast. Like 5 days ago, my package showed in New York somewhere, then in New Jersey somewhere, and not updated now for the last 5 days. So it's stuck in New Jersey or New York somewhere. So yeah, that's awesome. I just need rebuild kits for these carbs, and I think I'm good to go. Once I get that, I'm gonna decide if I'll probably order the side covers, because you might as well have a complete bike. And yeah, finally have this thing out on the road, hopefully. So, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. That always helps also. Or just comment that you like the bike, glad it's running, something like that. Let me know where you're from, and have a great night. Peace.